views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Wow, everyone. Welcome. Hey, for those of you that are still listening to us, welcome back. For those of you that are just tuning in, welcome to the Dr. Pat Show, Transformation Talk Radio, transformationradio.fm. Now, here's the thing. I want to introduce you to my buddy Benny, and
what
then my fabulous guest. Hello, Mr. B.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going to be a crust-busting show.
Bust that crust, Pat. Let's get it.
It's going to be what it is today.
Boom!
It's. I'm telling you what it is, because I don't know if you know this, Benny, because I know how busy you are, and then you work all day, and then you come in super early, and then you go home, and you're the dad, the whole thing, and so you probably don't watch this show, this new show that's on TV, and I think it's called The Legends of Somebody. I think it was on last night. What I love about that show is there are two characters in the show. Like, you know, this is like a superhero strange show, right?
Legends of Tomorrow?
Legends of Tomorrow, thank you. There are two people in the show, two actual characters, and their whole deal is past lives. Past lives. Here we are. Fast forward from when we started this 13 years ago, and even beginning to have a conversation about past lives, we were out of the box. Now, what? Now you're tuning in to this Legends of Tomorrow show. Two of the main character deals, past life people. Well, I'm telling you, for people that have been out there, like Mira Kelly, my very special guest today, right, Benny, that have been talking about this, doing this, understanding it, connecting people, and assisting others in why past life understanding / regression is so super important. But this is really what I love about this. Today, the world we live in, that you could watch some, you know, and for those of you thinking, well, wait a minute, what is she talking about? No, don't even get into a conversation about, yeah, this is for people of my generation. No, this idea transcends the notion of generations. Mira Kelly joining me here today, Beyond Past Lives. What parallel realities can teach us about relationships, healing, and transformation. I love this topic today. So who is Mira? Who is somebody that steps out into the world and decides or not, wow, I don't know that I'm going to go down a traditional path in my life. I don't know that I'm going to be doing this. I don't know I'm going to do that. I don't know that I'm going to stay in New York City. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I know it may not be what my family and my friends want me to do. What do you think? I think maybe I'm being guided by a situation in my life so that I can discover or rediscover emotional, physical healing. And then wait, now I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to talk to people about this. And I'm going to help folks understand what that means to have a regression experience. Well, our friend, made his transition. Dr. Wayne Dyer has written the foreword for this book. But beyond that, I'm telling you, this is an understanding that many of us growing up in the 60s never thought would become a reality. That's why Mira is here. Mira, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Hello, Dr. Pat. I have to tell you, this is the most amazing introduction I have ever had. And I also want to answer that question.
Yeah.
Who am I? I don't know. I rediscover myself every day. But listening to the introduction you gave me just now, I'm thinking, wow, I have an amazing life. My life is an amazing adventure.
Well, are you familiar with the show that I keep referencing on television? It's a brand new series, right? I think there may be 3 or 4 episodes, but 2 of the main characters are these people that have past lives. And then it's like the strangest thing. Then the new character in the series is actually an older gentleman, which is actually the son of the younger woman. I mean, this is like bringing this conversation fast forward to mainstream, but it hasn't always been that popular. Can you talk for a minute about, first, your own experience, how sometimes painful experiences opens the door for a life's passion and purpose? Because isn't that what happened to you?
That's exactly what happened to me. And I was having a very mainstream path in life, right? I used to work as a corporate attorney in a large law firm in New York City. And it was a very painful physical condition that I developed, a very extreme case, where I was told that I will need to spend the rest of my life in chronic pain or have an operation that involved breaking my jaw and then reattaching it back with wires. It was that kind of a condition. I was told that these are my 2 only options. And so not wanting to choose either, I was faced with this big major decision of what do I do? How do I heal? And so it was in that moment that I discovered the extraordinary healing power of past life regression. And I was able to heal my own condition. And as a result of it, I knew for myself how powerful this work is, right? It touched me so deeply, not only emotionally, but it had a physical impact on me. And so from there on began my journey of making past life regression the path I continue to follow for the rest of my life. And so just as you said, sometimes our pain is our also greatest blessing, because once we learn, then we have so much to share with others, so much to tell them, listen, I suffered, I was in your shoes, where you are right now, and I can tell you there is a way.
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask you a couple of questions around this too, because, many folks may or may not know what we're referring to when we say past lives. Although I got to tell you, this is the best audience on the planet right here. These folks have been with us for going on 14 years. But I wanted you to talk about the second part of your book. And by the way, fabulous book, and a couple of things I want to refer to. But this idea of parallel realities can teach us about relationships, healing, and transformation. OMG. This is really now bringing what the past can teach us to a whole new level, isn't it?
It truly is, yeah. So when I set out to write the book, I was very hesitant because I was thinking, you know what, who am I? An attorney who has practiced most of my life as an attorney, right? Who am I to shake up the world of past life regression, to stand up on my little soapbox and to say to people, you know what, they're not really past lives. They're actually simultaneously occurring right now, because you see, my work is actually the merger of quantum physics meets spirituality. In other words, what I experience with my clients on a daily basis is scientifically verified out there. And so I look forward to the day when people talk about past life regression as if it's yoga, right? Everybody knows what yoga is or what meditation is, and I think you and I are going to see that day very soon. But just to help people get the idea, it's simply the idea of a soul learning through different lifetimes. And by us connecting with the stories of those lifetimes, of those other lifetimes, we're bringing that learning and that understanding into the present person, to the present challenges that we are having right now. And as a result of it, we're able to see a bigger perspective. We're able to forgive. We're able to see the soul connections we have with others in other lifetimes. And that way, just truly move on and get ourselves in that beautiful place of understanding, forgiveness, growth, love, and so on. So it's truly a healing tool. And the reason why I love a past life regression so much is because it can be applied to any situation. Be it a physical challenge, be it an emotional issue, be it a relationship difficulty, be it an issue about abundance and prosperity, be it the fear of being abandoned and alone, be it the fear of I have surgery next week, but, I'm terrified I'm going to bleed to death. In other words, there truly isn't an issue that people cannot address using past life regression.
Yeah. Okay, here we are. Insights from the past to create an epic future. So I want to say this, and we'll take a short break. Our theme this year, I've said it a million times, I'm going to say it again. We all got into a very quiet place last year and asked, what should our theme be? And what came to us was accelerated expansiveness and abundance. And when we ended last year, we had no idea what adopting a theme like that would come to mean. So if I'm holding that vision for my life, and maybe I'm not quite as specific as I'd like to be, how will our past lives, how do these parallel realities, how are they going to help me on a daily basis fasten my seatbelt and create an epic life? That's why Mira Kelly's joining me here today. How does the old paradigm of working hard and trudging through it, how does it now pale compared to divine intuition? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. Anxiety is in many ways a learned behavior, which is rooted in our childhood. During our early years, when we are the most dependent on others, negative feedback, judgment, or ridicule infiltrate our subconscious mind and leave us wondering whether we are really safe, lovable, or good enough. In response, a part of our mind develops protective strategies to keep us from getting hurt. Let's imagine that the anxiety you've been battling with stems from the part that has assumed the job of keeping you safe. Doesn't it then make sense that your anxiety makes you expect the worst, so that you are prepared, keeps you on your toes to avoid failure, or shames and belittles you before someone else can do this to you? When you consider the source of your anxiety as a vulnerable child that just tries to keep you safe, you no longer feel that you're the victim of your own mind, but instead are more easily able to take on the role of the caring, reassuring adult.
Hey everyone, meet my friends at the maca team. The ancient Inca root vegetable maca is known worldwide for its huge array of health benefits. As a family-run company of true maca specialists, the maca team is here to bring you the best maca the Peruvian mountains has to offer. Yellow maca, used to promote endurance, vitality, fertility, hormone health, and much more, is on sale now. I love it. Visit themacateam.com to order yours now. Themacateam.com.
Living Kabbalah. Experience the fruits of the tree of life. In this 10-month Ascension program, Kabbalah unlocks the potential of your own divine nature to know and accomplish your unique purpose in life. Get ready for real and lasting change.
Enroll now for this 10-month Ascension program starting January 30th through 31st. Visit 10thhouse.org. That's 10thhouse.org today to learn more.
The 24th Annual WOW Conference, United We Change the World, is February 11th through the 15th. Featured guests are Dr. Christine Page on Creative Dragon Energy. Dr. Susan Shumsky will show you how to awaken your third eye. And Mira Kelly will present a 2-day intensive workshop on Beyond Past Lives. Join WOW for intimate, experiential, life-changing workshops and evening presentations that will inspire you. You can choose 2 half-day workshops and receive 1 half-day workshop for free through December 31st. Join a supportive community of women on their journey to discover and develop their passions and purpose in life. Women of Wisdom is the place to be. This February 11th through the 15th. Go to thewowconference.org. That's the WOW conference.org to discover all the diverse offerings WOW has to offer you.
Oh, yeah, love that song. Hey, everybody, Mira Kelly joining me here today. You know, Mira, before we kind of jump ahead, I want to really make sure we're introducing folks to this fabulous book that you've created. What is going to be the best way for people to find out more about you, to find out more about, you know, the events you've got going on, and how can they schedule their own time with you? Please tell us about this.
Just my name, Mira Kelly, Keley, and people can download my free meditation. That's such an easy place to jump into what I do with people. And of course, when they browse through my website, they can see how they can work with me in person, do their regressions with me, and check out my events. I'm coming to the area very soon, and I'm actually excited to meet as many of you as possible.
I know I'm going to be there. So here's what I want everybody to know. So Mira is going to be at the Women of Wisdom, 2-day intensive Beyond Past Lives. Fasten your seatbelt for this, folks. February 10th and Thursday, February 11th. And so you can go to womenofwisdom.org, check it out, and find out all about this. Because in this 2-day workshop, folks are going to be guided, a group past life regression, and you'll be able to learn about your past lives, who you are, find out your purpose in life, resolve emotional health issues, receive guidance about decisions, and that's what we're going to talk about here in a hot second, and understand how to heal relationships, because that's part of it too. You know, all of the above and then some. So it's exciting. I'm so thrilled you're coming, Mira. Really, this is cool. Very cool.
Yes, and we're going to go really very, very much in depth, and we're going to explore really, really the extent of everything that you have going on. So it's going to be very transformative.
All right, so here we are, and I love this book. We're going to talk about a couple things. One of the things is everything reflects you that you talk about in the book. And so here we are. We've come out with this amazing, you know, energy. And by the way, we're not the only people talking about acceleration. I mean, all you need to turn the dial on the radio or something, and people like Joel Osteen down there in Texas is coming out and saying it. Carrie Samuels is talking about this being the year of completion. So there seems to be this group conscience. However, sometimes we get stuck. I don't know, maybe not you, Mira, but I know I get stuck or listeners get stuck. How can this past life, beyond past life, parallel realities, how does this help us get unstuck and get us on track with what we're meant to do? And I know you're going to be doing this more in the workshop. I would love, though, for you to talk about this, because you said something really interesting to me during the break.
Yeah, let's convey our conversation. It's actually such a perfect example of what we're talking about.
Yeah. I was saying during the break that, you know, when I was growing up, I want to be a lawyer. And you asked me, you know, what about that was appealing to you? And I think, you know, what I said was, you know, how can, you know, someone go through an experience, a legal experience that most of the time could be based on a past precedent to set in motion a new direction, you know, something new. And that is actually the way I looked at law. And you said something very interesting to me.
Yeah, and I said to you, isn't that exactly what you're doing right now, that you're using experience that people have had in order to teach and empower? And that's exactly the core of my work, and that's exactly the benefit of past life regression in getting you unstuck, because we all have those moments when we feel, I need help. And this is how past life regression helps, right? It has people when people come to me, they come with a specific question, right? Whatever it is that they're needing help with. And they're saying, I want to understand this. And so we take this journey through time and space, and we explore their past and future lives. And let me, as a side note, say to our listeners, it's just as easy and just as possible for you to experience your future lifetimes, because they're happening right now. They're happening simultaneously with this now moment. And so when you see the stories of these lifetimes, sometimes they're unfortunate stories of pain and hurt and sadness. And sometimes they're gloriously expansive and amazing and filled with love and connection. No matter what it is, you come out of that experience having seen the bigness of your soul, right? You get to witness the magnificence of who you are. You get to see that bigger perspective. You get to see the threads that you carry through so many lifetimes with other souls, get to understand the relationships. But best of all, you get to understand that, you know what, there is another way. There is a solution. I'm not stuck, because you get to see that different perspective. You get to be given answers and guidance. And what that does is that empowers you tremendously. It's like going from black and white TV to all of a sudden watching color TV, right? All of a sudden your world is so much richer, so much more vivid, and add another 500 channels to it, and all of a sudden the world is a different place, right? And so people always come out of having done regressions feeling more empowered. And what that does for you is it gives you room for choices. It gives you the ability to say, you know what, I am the master of my life. Through every choice, I put out direction. Through every choice, I put out the information, the choice that actually aligns me with a parallel now moment. And this is where that magic that you were talking before the break comes in, because there are so many, actually limitless numbers of parallel now moments. All potentials for the resolution of what you're working through exist right now. The question is, which reality do you align yourself with? And that happens so automatically. You know, sometimes we open the door of our homes and we step into a new reality and into a new parallel now moment. Of course, we don't notice it, right? Our brain is so good at creating continuity that we're just thinking, oh, I'm walking down the same street. Yet, because you created an emotional shift, a shift in beliefs, a shift in perception, you align with a new potential. And so that's exactly how we use the work of past life regression to literally serve through timelessness, through reality creation, and to actually know ourselves as the masters of our life.
Well, this is really part of an amazing conversation about what's possible. What's possible? You know, Jessica and I were talking about this, and we were talking about, you know, here we are, we're getting ready to launch our crowdfunding campaign to make sure that positive talk, conscious talk is not just surviving, but it's thriving. And it's part of, you know, developing our technology and a few other things together. And one of the things we realized is that it's so important for us, Mira, to articulate what is the energy of positivity. And Jessica says, well, positivity rules. And how do we engage folks in that arena? How do we engage folks in that arena? So my question to you is about our past lives. Are we, from our past lives, are they here to help us towards a, quote, positive life now? How does that work? Or, you know, is there something else that may happen or some other place we might go? I guess my question is, what part's intuition and what part's free will?
I really have a problem when people use past lives as a reason why all the misfortunes of their life are happening right now.
That's
because
why I'm asking you.
Yeah, because you see, that's actually you saying, I've got no control here. This is my destiny, and I'm just a pawn being moved on the chessboard of life, but who knows who? And I'm just, that's it, and all the sad stories of my life. So let me tell you what is the reason there is reincarnation. First of all, our souls come into being because we want to know ourselves as the creators of circumstances. Because here in physical reality, there is a lag, so that through the combination of thoughts, emotions, faith, and openness to that magical approach of creating reality, we're able to know ourselves as using power, right? The power to create. We're able to know ourselves as more of who we are. And so that's truly the real reason why we are all here. At its very core, that's our purpose, to create experiences. And so what people do when they use past life regression as an explanation of why all these sad stories, they're not really fulfilling their purpose, right? Instead, they're giving away their power, and they're creating by default, by repeating beliefs and patterns that don't even belong to them, that they have picked up from other people along the way, right? Like family members and commonly shared belief structures out there in society. And so a better approach to do this, and actually that's the reason why there's this saying out there that I have this karma, right? I have this thing repeating over and over, and it's the same pattern, and I don't know how to get out of it. The simple reason is because in the middle of it, you're not recognizing your role in it, right? You're not recognizing that you play such a significant role in everything that happens to you. I actually will go as far as say you have the major role of everything that happens to you, right? But when you start attributing it to sad factors as, oh, I was abandoned as a child, I was left in orphanages, oh, I needed to have an abortion, my husband committed suicide, you can imagine the things that follow that people say. You're really shying away from your power. You're not trusting yourself as the creator of your life. And that's why I love using past life regression as an empowerment tool rather than as an explanation of why things are not working. And so, going back to your campaign, the way it's going to succeed is all dependent on the beliefs and expectations that you and Jessica have, right? What are you putting out there? What do you believe is going to happen? How is it all going to come together? Can you hold steady, or is fear going to come up for you, right? And understand that in the moment of creation, fear is absolutely normal. It's simply showing you where you still need to still do alignment, right? Where there is an opportunity for growth and knowing more of yourself. I said so many things out, in just this one little answer that I'm just going to give you the opportunity to comment.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what we're doing. We're opening up the phone lines. We're going to take a short break. We're opening up the phone lines. Mira, tell us really quickly, when folks call in, just give us an insight. What might they be asking? How might we want these calls to go today on the show?
Anything you want to share with me, ask me specific questions. I'm open to talking about anything, including past life regression. And I know that whatever is right for you will be shared and will be said and will be spoken to me, and it will serve everybody on the line.
All right. If you are out there listening to this show and you want to create powerful, transformative result in your life, you want to get an understanding of this absolutely amazing parallel reality that may or not be shown to you, Mira is going to help us here today. We're going to take a short break, everyone. 1-800-930-2819, 1-800-930-2819. But those of you out there that are like, wow, I'm like across the world, if you want to put a question up, go to the drpatshow.com or transformationtalkradio.com. And on the right-hand side, ask your question, and we will We will get it out there. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back.
Right from the start, you were a thief, you stole my heart, and I, your willing victim.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit artiehoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Song of the Heart, Walking the Path of Light, from author and healer Francine Vale, is available now. Through Francine's life story, we learn how imperative it is to love one another. Once this simple truth is learned, peace on earth will prevail. Song of the Heart is a life lived and a story told for this purpose. To learn more about Francine and her amazing gifts, or to order your copy of the book today, visit angelsandlightbeings.com.
Do you want the freedom to spend more time with your loved ones? Travel the world? Live spontaneously? Get ready, because the Chip Justice Show is here. Hosts Dr. Pat Basile and Chip Justice can help you build meaningful success while embracing life. Living a life you love is the end game in this new, inspirational, and empowering show. Positive changes for a life you'll love. Tune in every month on TransformationTalkRadio.com and visit PositiveChangeInstitute.co for more information.
Hi, I'm Tim Darter.
And I'm Steve Kramer.
Join us on Spirit Fire Radio. Discover how to add the mechanics of meditation to your day.
And watch yourself connect in a whole new way. Find the amazing moments in life's routines that often pass us by. Add to your awareness with Spirit Fire Radio.
Tune in each Wednesday at 9 a.m. for your weekly guide to practical mindfulness. And to learn more, visit www.spiritfireradio.com.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Weren't all that pretty, and with every touch you fix them. Now you've been talking in your sleep. Oh, things you never say to me.
I'm loving this. Beyond Past Lives, Mira Kelly. Boy, we are so blessed. Mira's going to be coming to the greater Washington, greater Seattle area for the upcoming Women of Wisdom conference. For those of you out there, you can go to womenofwisdom.org. If you're interested in finding out more about past lives, experiencing it, then you're going to want to sign up for Mira's workshop. That's going to be on February 10th, February 11th. Lots of information. If you want to find out more about Mira, go to mirakelly.com. And for those of you out there, by the way, trying to call into the show, keep trying. 1-800-930-2819. As soon as phone lines clear or pop open, we're going to plug you right in. We're going to go to the phones in a minute. But also, there's a free meditation that Mira has created for everyone. It's great. We have a pay it forward program here on the show. We've had it for 13 plus years. So if you go to mirakelly.com/gift, GIFT, it's all yours and it's all love. Mira, did I leave anything out right there?
I think you covered it. I am eager for us to answer some questions.
All right. Mr. Benny, Who do we have on the phones?
We'll take Renee. Renee's calling in from Seattle. Welcome to the show, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Pat. Hi, Mira. My question is, can everybody be progressed to a past life experience in a large group? Because I think sometimes these groups are so large that I don't know if I'd be able to be.
Yeah, it's a valid question, and the answer is yes, of course. Why wouldn't they? Now, in terms of does it work for everybody? Yes, of course it does. And yet, there's the experience of sometimes people feeling that a private experience with me will serve them so much better, right? Being guided more specifically to what I'm doing than in general. So will it work? Absolutely. Will you get so much out of it? Of course you will. And yes, some people prefer to work with me in person, so it's truly just a personal choice. But there's a tremendous value in people working together because then there's stories shared. I get to comment on things, and just the sheer amount of time that we're going to spend, there's such a verbal Reiki, if you will, that happens when we commune together, when we share, when we understand, when we have that bigger perspective of, oh, I haven't even thought about this.
Oh, sure.
So,
I understand
there is a
that,
benefit to that as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
well,
you're most welcome. I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Renee. I mean, we're talking about, Renee, are you still there?
I'm still here, yeah.
Great. We were talking about today, and you've heard me talk about this before, announcing our theme about accelerated expansiveness and abundance. And it's an idea that came to us last year, and we're actually not the only folks that are really talking about and adapting it. When you hear that, how does that feel to you?
Oh, it feels great. Life affirming. It feels available.
Yeah. You know, do you see it for yourself?
I do.
Awesome.
In the past, I might not have, but I do see that.
Yeah, you see it today, too. I love it, too. That's why I asked you that question, because I can kind of hear something in your voice right there. I really could. You are ready to go, right? You are like, there's something you're getting ready to do. I'm not sure what it is. You may not even want to tell us, but there's something. And I bet that working with Mira would help you enormously.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. And I'll look up the information again online.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Thank you so much. 1-800-930-2819. Give us a shout. Mira's taking calls today. You know, Mira, I want to talk with you for a minute. And the questions that I was talking to Renee about here had to do with how do we stay in our yes? This is my question. How can past lives, and definitely you talk about this in this fabulous book, but how does what you're talking about, how does it help us to stay in our yes? And I know that one of the things you address in the book is something like trust yourself and follow your excitement towards miracle after miracle. And I love this part of the book. Can you please talk to that?
When people hear my story about moving away from a job as a corporate attorney to a life of teaching and sharing about past life regression and the transformation available through that, people always say to me, oh, you're so lucky you discovered that passion when you were a kid. Because I actually, for those of you who don't know my story, I came across past life regression when I was 13 years old and had a profound experience. And so people hear this and say, oh, you're such an anomaly. You're the exception. There's me, and I'm struggling, and I don't know which way to go. And so I always say to people, you know what? You have within you that gift, that talent, that ability to interact with the world. And truly all it takes is for you to trust yourself and to follow what moves you, what excites you, because when you follow what truly speaks to your soul, that's the higher guidance, that's the universe, that's your higher self saying, this is the way, just go, just go. This is where the gifts are. You will find them. And yet people say, well, you see, I don't know. Can I trust myself? Is this real? I have all these fears coming up. And yet, you see, fear is nothing other than a messenger. Fear is simply saying to you, you know what? You're in the right direction. You're definitely moving in the right direction. And the stronger the fear, the closer you are to the resolution of it. Because that fear is showing up to say to you, the excitement that is coming through from the universe, this guidance, is being filtered through all these limiting beliefs that you have in your mind of what is not possible. And so, as a result, you're really short-circuiting yourself with all this fear, right? Because it's coming through as all these blocks and impediments, this big fear of I'm stuck. And so I'm here to tell you that fear is not bigger than you. You can absolutely move beyond it if you see it as a messenger, as opposed to seeing it as this monster that you don't even know how to handle, right? That you don't even know what to do. And so you start pulling things apart and start saying, what is behind this emotion of fear? What do I believe? How do I perceive the world? And that questioning will actually give you the beliefs, will give you the structures. And I'm here to tell you a very basic truth, and the truth goes like this. Beliefs are very easy to change. You can just shift them around like the way you move furniture in your living room. You can simply decide this is outdated. I'm going to throw it out. And so by doing that, you're creating so much elbow room for you to wiggle, to maneuver, to create, to experience. And going back to how all of this fits in with trust. So you see, when fear speaks to you so loudly, what fear is asking of you is that you believe in that limitation. So all it takes for you is to say, you know what? Fear is asking me to put 100% of my trust into this negative outcome, into this perceived limitation. Now, is this what I want? Because faith and trust is something that is already built in you. You don't need to go find it. You don't need to go learn to trust yourself. You don't need to go learn to trust the path that your heart desires for expression and service to the world. What you need to do is to decide what you're going to put your trust and your faith into. And so we have the habit, especially when it comes to these core negative beliefs that we've been speaking of, we have the habit of actually putting 100% of our trust and our faith into the negative. And all it takes is for you to be aware and literally just say to yourself, is this one I want to trust in? Because you see, trust is such a basic principle of reality. You trust that there will be a tomorrow. You trust that your next breath of air will come, even though you don't even know how to make your body pump blood through your veins, right? You come as a soul in this physical world, in this physical reality, trusting that even though you're going to forget all of your power and all of your connection with the divine, you're going to learn so much, and it's going to be such a glorious experience, and you're still going to come out on the other end of it feeling so held and so loved, and that it was really worth it. So trust is not something that you have to learn. Trust is something you already have. What you need to learn is how to simply think differently, think in an empowered way, question those thoughts. And because of that, I want to give our friends, our listeners, a mantra. And I created this little mantra for myself when I was looking to take that huge leap of no longer being an attorney. And it goes like this. I trust myself. I trust my life. I trust the universe. And repeat it over and over and over. Because you see, so many of us don't trust our worth. We don't trust our goodness. We don't trust our impulses, our instincts. We don't trust what is going on within us. We don't trust that we're worthy of our dreams and our desires. The reason why we want to trust the world is because when we step out into the world, we want to know that it's a safe place, that you're going to be held, you're going to be met by people who support you and add to you. And the reason why you want to trust the universe is because you want to know that this dance of creativity that you're doing with the world is actually going to get you exactly what you want, right? Exactly that fulfilling relationship, exactly that bigger income. And so trusting is so important. And because of that, this goes back to Dr. Pat, this goes back to the meditation that I'm offering as a gift to our listeners. Just go to my website, mirakelly.com/gift, and download my trust meditation so that you can truly align with this energy of faith and trust and use it as a powerful force in your life.
Well, and let's talk about this in terms of, this idea of expectations. I think I'm a little bit different, Mira. I think that I have always had a sense, and maybe I'm not using the right term. I've always had expectations, but I've not had attachments, right? So, maybe I'm not even using the right term. When I decided to go back to school, I really did believe that I would get accepted to a school. I didn't know where. And I wasn't necessarily, attached that it had to be this school or that school. But I had this knowing. Can you talk about the difference between the term expectation and the idea of intention? Are they the same? Are they different?
And believe that in the process of you manifesting and creating your best life, yet expectations are so critical. And so what we're looking to understand is that great expectations is what wins out, right? That's why we love these epic stories where despite all the adversity, despite how it looks so impossible, our hero gets what they want because we have such great expectations. And you see, great expectations are not based on an illusion. Great expectations come from you knowing the nature of reality, from you knowing your goodness, from you knowing how the universe works, from you knowing that there is a creative force out there looking to fulfill everything that you're looking to create, because by fulfilling your desire, it's fulfilling itself. And so the great expectation is based on the nature of reality, your true nature as a soul, as having faith in the life that you're given, in the power that you're given. So that's where that great expectation is based on, right? That's what gives you the right, and that's actually what demands of you to have expectations in the process of manifesting. Now, what happens along the way is through our experiences, we only know of a certain way something is able to come about. Now, that could be our experience, or it could be our neighbors and our friends' experience, but those are past experiences. We don't know how this extraordinary creative force we call God, the divine, the universe, will bring us what we desire. In fact, for the divine, there is no time. Things don't flow in a cause and effect way. Everything is kind of simultaneously unfolding. And so along with great expectations and great intentions, you also need to have that moment of saying, now surprise me. I know you're going to give me what I want. I know I'm going to have this fulfilling sense of, yes, isn't my life extraordinary? And surprise me along the way, right? Because I know it's going to come back to me. Of course, in this moment of creating, there is that trick of releasing impediments. As I was saying, fears will come up, and fears are simply messengers to show you and to empower you. And so the degree to which you're willing to release the intention out into the universe, and the degree to which you're willing to be in alignment with your dream and release those impediments, is the degree to which that abundance of blessings, as you were speaking, comes back to you.
Wow. I mean, this is really for so many people. This is really an very, very in-depth way to look at what's possible in the world of possibilities. I would love for you to talk about this because, sometimes we don't really connect all the dots, Mira. We don't always think, well, wait a minute, past lives, parallel realities, and possibilities, right? So the 3 Ps. How are they interacted? Because, how are they interacted, but also how are they all related? This idea of past lives, parallel reality, and possibilities. Because I think we get 2 of them but now connecting it to the world of possibilities, sometimes that could be a stretch for people.
Oh, I love this question. So let's start with the basic understanding that time is simultaneous. And so as time is simultaneous, this means that all possibilities exist in this now moment. Not only possibilities for who you are and how your life can unfold, but also in this now moment in parallel streams, if you will, parallel roads right next to each other. If you were to imagine it that way, are all your experiences throughout the many lifetimes your soul is creating. And so, as time is simultaneous, you start using past life regression as a tool of exploration and empowerment, as a tool of healing, letting go, and opening up opening up your narrow vision ability to see to a much bigger spectrum so that you can expand to more possibilities. And so once you heal those old beliefs, once you heal the hurts, once you understand, what you're doing is you're expanding that spectrum and you're able to perceive more of those parallel streams of what is possible for you. And so this is the clearing of impediments that I spoke of a little earlier. By letting go of things that don't belong to you anymore. Such as, here's what I'm talking about, just a simple example.
Yeah.
Earlier today, I worked with a woman who was dealing with the struggle of you cannot both be a devoted mother and somebody who makes a contribution out in the world with the type of work I want to do. Now, this is a limiting belief right there, right? And so much so that she actually got herself into a brain tumor situation just so because she couldn't figure out how to work around this whole thing, right? Around this belief. And so by clearing those impediments, we become more open to what is possible, more open to how we can grow and serve and see those potentials. And truly, that's how we become more of ourselves, which is our goal ultimately anyway.
Wow. What a fabulous, fabulous time we have gotten to spend with you, Mira. Thank you so much for today. I would love to take a moment, if we could, to talk about the upcoming Women of Wisdom workshop that you're going to be doing. It's fabulous, 2 days. But would you please give us a sneak peek at what you're going to be doing there so that folks have an idea of the amazing things that they're going to experience and learn?
I believe in the practical application of everything I've been sharing today, so my goal will be to give people their own personal experiences. Because once you have that experience, there's no stopping you, right? Things get cleared and resolved, and you're on track and going strong and fast. And so the workshop will be packed with experiences for you to connect with your past lives, for you to connect with your future lives, for you to be able to truly look very deep within and study and let go. And by sharing in the group and by hearing my stories and my perspective on things, there will be those powerful moments of, oh my, wow. And inevitably what is going to happen as a result of it, people are going to walk away feeling this was truly one of those things I'm going to remember. And the next time around, I'm going to bring all my friends too.
What a great, great time we've spent together. One last question, and again, thank you for today. What is your personal message, Mira? What would you like to leave us with today?
Trust your power. It was given to you to create goodness in the world.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to meeting you at the upcoming Women of Wisdom event. And thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you. I had such a fun time with you. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. And, one of the things I'd like to say to everyone here is that, when you get a copy of the book, Beyond Past Lives, What Parallel Realities Can Teach Us About Relationships, Healing, and Transformation, there's so much in here. But more than that, it's the way that you'll get to experience this work. And remember, as Mira would say, everything reflects you, the oneness of you. We'll see you next time, everyone.
I tried to swim against pulled me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead.